No, Wisconsin was exciting. We went up with the Bearcat team a couple times when they played up there. We almost beat them one year, and the other year we went, they just knocked the crap out of us, but we did beat Wisconsin once at Cincinnati.
Yep.
Okay, so the mayor is at a conference in Batesville, so he will not be here.
Okay.
I text Dell to see where he is, and he is definitely out apparently for surgery.
Oh.
So,
Didn't you have the surgery on Monday or something?
I think he had it, and then he's out for some additional time for recovery.
Oh, I bet.
But we did call the meeting, so we'll go ahead and start the meeting with a roll call vote. So, Board Member Kip Newman is absent. Board Member Tom DeWeese.
Here.
Board Member E.G. McLaughlin.
Here?
Board Member Kimberly Tremaine is absent. Board Member Eric Krantz.
Here.
Dell Weldon, City Attorney, is absent. Presiding Officer Kelly Milan is absent. Suzanne Orndorff is absent. Richard Richardson, Treasurer, is present. We don't have any announcements. Does anybody have announcements they'd like to make?
No.
Okay. Did you all receive via email the last meeting minutes for the meeting we had?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You did? Okay. Can we get a motion to go ahead and approve those?
I'll do it.
Tom?
Motion to approve the minutes.
Need a second?
Second.
Eric? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. We don't have any committee, well, we do have a committee report. I wanted to pass this out to you guys so that you had it. That's the agenda for today. And on the back of it, Suzanne got this information together for us. We kind of compiled it in a way that lays it out a little easier for y'all to look at and read. If you have any questions about it, let us know. But it's just a basic financial report for the Lawrenceburg Bond Bank. We went ahead and put this online. Just gives some detail for the current 8 outstanding loans that we have. Of course, the loan number 7 and number 8 are for the city of Aurora and for the city of Greendale. Those are the 2019 bonds that we had put out. So in total, original amount of loan we've put out over $14.4 million. Amount paid back thus far is $8.1 million. And again, there's some additional notes for some specifics for the loans that you see above. The account balance as of June 30th, 2019 was $1,788,438.86. We have an annual percentage yield earned on that account of 0.75%, and thus far, the 2019 interest paid from Savista, they do hold the account as $14,223.36. If anybody has questions about that, get with Suzanne or myself. We'll be able to answer those for you. We don't have any new business unless one of you guys have something you'd like to bring up.
I know, just, I was on vacation last meeting. I think the meeting before that, I'd said I was gonna talk to Vicki March about the bylaws and
Yeah.
stuff, and I had talked to her, and she said they really didn't have any separate bylaws. They just used, the state had bylaws, and they just followed the state bylaws, so.
Okay, so they didn't have anything printed on their own, they just went by state
Yes,
state
yeah.
code.
Okay.
Does that sound
Oh,
correct?
I really didn't know. I got in the
Okay.
thing
Okay.
about halfway through, and I just remember all they had a difficult time getting the bond bank in place initially anyway.
Okay.
The state bond bank apparently was not in favor of Lawrenceburg having its own bond bank.
Okay.
And I know they went through about a year's rigmarole getting the thing in place. And,
Okay. But that's what she said. I didn't ask her, but I'm sure she'd be willing to come and talk to somebody about that, or, you know, if somebody need any
Maybe they
help
had
with it.
documents or something drawn up that just mirrored that.
Yeah,
but
I think
for
it
the
just
city,
mirrored
so-
what the state, it's in, you know, I'll say in the state law someplace, or state something or other. So, I did want to report on that since I wasn't here the last meeting.
Okay, well, that
Well,
helps.
that's good. No, I was questioning that myself because I wondered what was in place initially, because the bond bank for some years had been kind of neglected. And I just wondered, what was there initially, the foundation of the thing to make it go forward? and to keep it going forward, because I think it's a good tool for the city, and it should be there. But it was kind of abused, I think, with the one, I guess, the one administration there, and they kind of departed from the original intent. The city got involved in a lot of loans that maybe should have come the bond bank way. I don't know. Anyway, I was the one that was questioning that, so I'm happy.
Okay.
Any other new business?
No, just curious on the handout here, what's the, kind of the expected, payoff for that first loan? It just seems like it's coming in a little bit slower, and I'm just curious if that was structured a little bit differently, or?
It was structured differently. The Hillside Partners in Health is the one you're referring to. That's loan number 1 on the sheet. That was structured differently. I don't know off the top of my head, but I can get you the original documents that we have for that.
Just curious.
Let you
yeah.
take a look at them. But yeah, you're right. That's a good point. That is structured
Everything else we
differently.
have looks like it's gonna be paid off here relatively soon, and that one we still have, $1.5 million outstanding, so just curious about what.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that was maybe like on a 20-year term
Yeah.
or a longer term or
Yeah.
something. I mean, tell Suzanne, while this is a nice summary of what it is. Maybe, because since she has all, you might even put, if we'd have a column like, what's the maturity date
Yeah.
on that probably would
Oh,
answer
yep.
Eric's
Yep.
question and stuff. And we almost just on a, just have everything on one report, just how much we receive each year, so we kind of know what the cash flow that we're getting back, that hopefully then we can loan out, to other entities that request funds and qualify.
Yeah. Yeah, with only, 8 outstanding loans, I think it wouldn't hurt us to have a little bit more detail on each of those. We don't have a ton to look at, so.
Yeah, no problem.
But
That'd be great.
this is
Absolutely.
This is great.
Absolutely.
This is, yeah.
Yeah, we will get that. We'll add those two things in there. If anybody else has any other ideas, let us know too. Or if you get to looking at it and thinking about it, just shoot us an email. Old business. Today, we were going to have Del Weldon, city attorney, report back to us about perhaps the need of a separate EIN number. I think board member Kim Tremaine had brought that up at the last meeting. I have not heard one way or the other on it as to whether we need a separate EIN or not. We've not operated with one in recent memory for it, but if we do need to have one, that's something that, again, Del will look into and get back to us. And Del is also working on the drafting new documents for the bond bank. So again, we don't have the original documents that we were looking for, but that is good to know. If you talk to Vicki and then you say they mirrored the state statute or state code, then that gives a good starting point there. And Del may have done some additional work on that, and I just don't know about it yet.
Sure.
So I, kind of at the whim of whatever he's done. But we will find out and let you know. If he has produced any documentation, we'll go ahead and shoot that out in an email to everybody
Okay.
so that you can
Yeah.
get it, take a look at it, and try to get a meeting scheduled so that we can actually take and implement that. Does anybody else have any other old business?
No, sir, I do not.
Okay, well, again, apologize for everybody not being able to be here today, but now we just need a motion to adjourn.
Well, can I ask real quick?
Yes.
Just in terms of, and I think, when Dell gets the information out, it'll be a little bit more clear, but I know we talked last time that we wanted to keep this to effectively municipality assistance. And just kind of, to maybe refine my idea of what the scope of this is. As I had an issue come up the other day of the Hidden Valley POA was potentially looking for a funding source for some project, right? And I was thinking, that's sort of a quasi municipality. Is that something that, and I'm not saying this specific issue, it just brought to mind that, that's kind of a gray area I wouldn't mind asking about. Would something like that be depending on the project, obviously, but would that be an eligible requester of funds from something like this?
Off the top of my head, I would say yes.
Okay.
But we'd want to research it to make sure,
Yeah,
but I don't think that, I think that they would be eligible to use this as a funding source for that.
It was the same question I had for Okra as well, for something that they were working on. So I'm just curious sort of what those options might be.
I think the main goal of what you all wanted to do at this point was just to make sure that we're putting our money into, municipalities, into communities,
Okay.
not into
So
businesses.
communities is
or-
maybe a better,
Private
communities is maybe a better
ventures.
way to think of it than.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a better word.
Than the
Just
structure
replace
of- yeah.
municipalities
Okay.
with communities, and
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that fits the scope.
Unless Dell obviously would find something that
Correct.
we're not allowed to,
Right.
it has to be designated as a municipality.
Yep.
As opposed to the, say, the POA or the Okra or something.
Right.
So, but,
Okay.
we don't need to be getting into, private concerns
Right,
and stuff.
right,
so,
absolutely.
Correct.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'll check on that, Eric.
Yeah.
I'll let him know.
Cool. Yeah, just
I would just need a motion to adjourn.
I'll move.
EG has motioned. We need a second.
Second.
Tom seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
all right.
Okay. Well, thank you, Richard, for running the meeting
Richard.
and stuff. But
Yeah,
we was short,
Very
but it was-
efficient,
that
okay.
was good. That, like, the report you and Suzanne come up,
Yeah, that was,
that's pretty good.
is our goal to have monthly meetings then?